Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is MegaShadowFist, and welcome back to Past Hope Survival. Now, you might be weirded out a bit because I'm not in the same exact spot that I was in the last episode, and that's because I decided to re-record the last episode for the past session. Because I wasn't okay with that episode. The commentary style just wasn't good enough for me, so I'm just going to start re-record that episode. You'll excuse me right before I start recording next session. Because I'm actually going to do something a little different for next session. It may or may not be what you... Well, actually, I'd like to see what you guys leave in the comments section. Your guesses as to what my specialness may or may not be. I'll give you a hint, it may or may not be special. I don't even know what I'm going with right now, but whatever the case may be. There was something that I wanted to do a long time ago. I believe it was when I was, what do you call it? I think it was well, it wouldn't be 2 recording sessions ago. It'd be last recording session when I just decided to, update my farms and everything. There was one thing that I wanted to do, which was, start a cocoa bean farm sort of thing, in my backyard. And I forgot to do that. That's why I spent, the last half an hour of the previous recording session, gathering sand, but this time I shan't because YOLO and stuff, as they usually say. Now there was actually, I spent the past 2 episodes talking about, TV shows and stuff. There's actually something that I want, actually it'd be a movie that I wanted to talk about, but, in order to sort of diversify the commentary a bit, I'm not going to talk about that until next recording session, which will, start recording literally as soon as this video is done, being recorded, if you will. So how's your guys' day been? I know this is going to go up on a Friday. I'm recording this on a Thursday. So, yeah. So, not today as in when this goes up, not as in today when I'm recording this, or tomorrow as in... I'm not even making any sense right now. I should probably get some more wood. I want to get just a little bit more wood, not just for this project, but for other things as well. On Saturday, I should say, which would be tomorrow, when you're watching this, assuming you're watching this live, and you're not watching this, say, 50 years from now, assuming YouTube is still a thing. Is this one of those partially chopped trees that I did? I guess so. Whatever the case may be, on Saturday, that's when I leave my dorm room and I head back to home. And, there's some things that I need to, take care of. I need to, figure out how my recording setup is going to be, because my room, actually, back home is not the best, when it comes to recording. I'm going to have to, sort of get, not really a desk, because a desk really wouldn't fit in, because my room is pretty much occupied with a lot of stuff. I need to get some sort of mini table, I guess, for my room, to make sure that, I have everything set up. I can have my microphone, because this isn't one of my... I have a blue Snowball. It's not one of those fancy schmancy microphones that some people have with the fancy schmancy desk, what do you call it? Microphone stands. I have just this basic microphone stand that came with the microphone. I don't have anything more spectacular than that, which kind of sucks, but you have to deal with it. It is what it is, as my English teacher would say. Actually, I remember during my sophomore year of high school, my English teacher, she was Jamaican, and she had a really strong accent. And I remember there were times when she would have... It was very, very hard to understand what she was saying sometimes, although you could tell that her accent was a bit watered down compared to someone who's straight from Jamaica. I just realized I need to eat a bit more. But still, I remember she used to say some things which I guess it's not really funny, but we thought it was funny back then. She'd always say instead of saying characters, she'd be characters and various stuff like that. But what was it? But her common phrase that she would always say is "it is what it is," and I say that a lot from time to time, and every time I say that, I think of that teacher, which actually not a lot of people liked her because she was actually very strict. But honestly, she was the best teacher that we had. That best teacher for a sophomore year of English that you could have, because she prepared students the most for AP 11, which was honestly the hardest year of English. AP 12 was actually a lot easier than AP 11. I know that's not the case for every high school. I know that, I had friends who went to other high schools in my county. They said that AP 12 sucked. Just from personal opinion or personal experience, and from like everyone else that went to school, everyone thought that AP 12 was a lot easier because you mostly focused on reading instead of writing. Because, in the words of Popeye, I can read reading, but I can't read writing, and reading sucks. Is it really about just... Didn't I just go to sleep? Yeah, whatever the case may be. Yeah. How did I get on that subject? Oh, yeah, I said it is what it is, because I needed to sort of get some sort of ghetto rig, not laptop, but desktop, if you will, for my recording setup when I get back home. And then I'll be able to record some other things as well. I'll be able to record Wii games and games on my original Xbox as well, because I only brought my 360 with me to college. But that shall change, because I'll be able to record a couple things. I actually have a couple things in mind. You may or may not see a video that involves a certain Wii game that may also involve a couple other people, including maybe Garcon 45 and maybe Kratos Arion. And I think that's about it. I won't say what the game is. You'll know what it is when it comes out, whenever that is. Can I reach that? Yes, I can. I didn't know if I could reach that high, but I clearly can't. That grew really fast. But anyway, actually, one thing that I wanted to talk about is today I saw... This is sort of like an oddly placed coconut farm, isn't it? Whatever the case may be, I don't care. I'll put like a 2-block gap just so that like I have room. Wiggle room. The Nintendo Direct for Smash Bros. Not Smash Bros. For, the Nintendo Direct for Smash Bros. Came out on April 18th, right? The Nintendo Direct for, Mario Kart 8 came out yesterday, and I saw it, just before I went to dinner today, and I thought it was pretty cool. I'd like to see, what your opinions on, said Nintendo Direct is, and I just got a text message. I really hope that it's not like a text chain or something. That's really annoying. I don't know. I talked about this a while ago, but, like, text chains can, like, when, say, like, you're a part of, like, a group chat with a couple friends, and, they're having a conversation which you're not, partaking in, but, you're still part of the chat, so you still get the notifications, so, like, you get the constant rumbling of your iPhone letting you know that, hey, your friends are talking about stupid shit. That's kind of what's happening right now. There are a couple fully grown ones, so, yep. Can plant some more. But whatever the case may be, yeah, the Nintendo Direct, yeah, Mario Kart. I thought it was pretty cool. It's a very different, Nintendo Direct from, the usual ones, per se. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Yeah, it's very different from the usual Nintendo Directs in that, well, you just need to see it for yourself if you haven't already. I know not everyone's the biggest Mario Kart fan. Is there anything else that I want to take care of before I just start, collecting sand like an idiot? There's gotta be something else. I didn't finish the roof on the other house, by the way. I said that I wouldn't finish the roof on that house. I said that in the last episode of the session, which may have not, obviously. The last episode that I recorded of this session, which you may or may not see, if that makes any sense, I said that I was going to finish up the roof of this house, what was I going to say? When, during the last episode, like, if I ever decide to just take a break and, like, call this, like, a season and then start up with another series, which may or may not happen, I was thinking that maybe I might make this, like, a 100-episode season and then, sort of take, like, a break from Minecraft for a bit, maybe, like, a 1-month, 2-month break, and then get back into passive survival where I may continue back up. I think this map is good enough where I could continue back up where I left off. That's probably what I'd do. Like, I was thinking about maybe, you know, where did all this sand, this exposed stone come from? I was thinking that maybe I'd start a new world, but actually, I barely even used up this world, and considering this is, like, going to be episode, like, 63 or something like that, I doubt that I'd have done a lot more, but yeah, this is pretty much what I did in between, in the last episode of the session, which you may or may not see. I don't know, I might... Probably what I'd do is I'd upload that last episode, like, a year from now, like, retro. It'd be, like, May 1st... Well, actually, no, it would go up on May 2nd. May 2nd, 2015. The lost episode, and someone just yelled outside of my dorm room, which is lovely. I remember before I, used to, like, edit out background sounds, it's very, if you use a blue microphone, whether it be a blue Snowball, a blue Yeti, it's very important that you edit out, like, any background noises, because these microphones are very sensitive, and they pick out a lot of stuff. And, like, now that I know with Audacity that I can remove sound and everything, like, it's not really that big of a deal. Someone could, like, yell outside of the hallway, and that would be alright, because I can just edit their stupid ass out of the video. But, before then, like, I sort of just have to deal with it. And if you watch, I believe it's Mega Test number 3, when I did, was it Mega Test number 3 when I did Estranged Act 1? You can sort of vaguely hear, like, someone having a conversation in the video, like, out in the background. It was really ridiculous. Oh, there was something, like, there was... I think that I forgot to put windows on this house or something. I'm gonna go back to the Middle Eastern style home, and do what I need to do there. Whatever that... Ooh, I thought that was gonna fall down. Yeah, like, I think I forgot to put windows here because I'm an idiot. Or maybe I intentionally left the windows out. Or, what the actual case is that actually this is supposed to be this big, and there's supposed to be windows, and there's a random wolf in here. Lovely. Get out of here, buddy. Friggin' freeloader. No wolves allowed! Yes, that's right. You heard it right here, folks. Wolves are not allowed in my household. I don't even know where I was going with that. I actually like wolves. Wolves are pretty cool. Have you ever seen, like, wolves in real life? They're actually pretty big. There's actually... there's a breed of dog that's designed to, like, look exactly like a wolf. Not like a Siberian Husky, like, which kind of looks like a wolf, but kind of doesn't. Like, there's a breed of dog. It's called the, Czechoslovakian, wolf dog. It actually, like, legitimately looks like a wolf. Like, it's like a dog-sized wolf. A lot of people related it to dire wolves. I don't know if you guys have watched, Game of Thrones. But, yeah. That's what it reminds a lot of people of. Actually, after I, replace the windows here, I think I'll ask the question of the session, and then wrap up this recording session, and then immediately start up with the real recording session, which is actually what I was supposed to record today. Yeah. Let's go ahead and fill up the glass. Did I say everything that I wanted to say? I don't think I really elaborated too much on the Nintendo Direct. I thought it was cool. Very unique, very different from your usual Nintendo Direct. You know, I just thought it was cool. And they sort of, like, debunked the myth. Like, a lot of people thought that, like, actually, no. I don't want to spoil anything, you just have to see it for yourself. You know? Because, you know, spoiling and stuff, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of spoilers. I used to spoil movies all the time to people, when I sort of had that habit of, like, saying stuff and not really caring. I would spoil stuff all the time, and I didn't understand why people would get mad when I spoiled various movies or video games or whatever to them. But that was when I was younger. Now that I'm older and, you know, a bit more mature, I guess, I really hate spoilers. Like, when people post spoilers for stuff in, like, the comment section of stuff, and then there are these trolls who will, I swear to God, like, I remember I was watching, like, a Gears of War 2 video by Seamus. He did this with Spoon. He was preparing for Gears of War 3, which I did not watch because I wanted to actually play the game myself. But people were talking about, like, you know, various character, like, apparently, like, according to, like, people in the comment section, like, every person in the Gears of War franchise died in Gears of War 3. I heard, like, people said that, like, Baird died, people said that, Coltrane died, people said that Marcus Phoenix died, people said that Dom died, they said that everybody died, essentially. And some of those may or may not be true, and some of them may or may not be false. I shan't say if you haven't played the game yourself. For me, I believe that a fair trade is if the game is, you know, 15 years old or older, it's fair game for spoiling. Anything newer than that, then I'd be a bit iffy on it, depending on how heavy the story. Like, if it's a very story-driven game, I would say not to. Like, even, like, Zelda games, for example, even the, like, Majora's Mask, which came out in 2000, which is 14 years ago, I still wouldn't spoil that, or Ocarina of Time, which came out, you know, 16 years ago. I wouldn't spoil that because, you know, those are very story-driven games. But something like Mario Sunshine, which came out, you know, in 2001, 13 years ago, but it's not a very story-driven game, I wouldn't mind spoiling that because, you know, it's not a very story-driven game. So it's like, I say the name of a world, who cares? But I know that some people are a bit different than that. Some people do get very offended by that. They'd be like, oh my god, why'd you say frickin' Bianco Hills, man? Spoiler. But whatever the case may be, let's go to audio and drop down the music to 0% so that I can ask the question of the session. Now, the music that I usually add in the background should be good. I mean, shouldn't be good. It should be on. Now, here's the question of the session. This is going to be a rather bizarre one. Let's say that you made a deal with, like, I don't know, some very rich entrepreneur that you had to eat the same food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 2 months. And at the end of the 2 months, he'd give you, like, $5 million. And you had to accept it. What food would you... Is it turning nighttime? What food would you get? Like, I thought about this for a while. I need to go to sleep. That was actually a bit higher of an octave than I usually do it, but whatever the case may be. Like, I was thinking about this. Maybe I would do, like, potatoes, simply because potatoes can, like, be, like... You can make them mashed potatoes, you can make baked potatoes, you can make french fries. There are a lot of things that you can do, you know, with potatoes to diversify it just a little bit. It would be different if you said that you got, like, I don't know, cheese pizza. I feel like that would get really annoying if you ate that, like, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for, you know, for 2 months straight. That would get ridiculous. Then again, potatoes would also, but, you know, what would you do? And you have to take the bet. You can't be like, oh, I don't want to take the bet because it's stupid. No, you're taking the bet, buddy. Anyway, I'll give myself 3 more seconds for the music that I usually add in and post-edit. And I think that was 3 seconds. Okay, let's boost this up to 70% so that I can wrap up this episode and then immediately start up with the actual recording session for, you know, next week until Monday of the week after. Anyway, if you like this video, this series of videos, please feel free to leave a like. Also, if you thought it was cool, please feel free to subscribe and join the Elven Brotherhood today. Also, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MegaShadowFist. Yeah. I sort of just messed up on my outro, but who cares? Thank you guys so much for watching. This is MegaShadowFist signing out. Bye!